What's going on, everyone? Badger here. Make sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. If they kill Bucky, we riot. If they kill Bucky, we riot. I don't know about you, but the only reason I think a lot of people would even care about the Thunderbolts, and it ain't that much of a care, and it ain't that much people, is because Bucky Barnes, played by Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldier, whatever, he is basically the only likable person in here. Maybe U.S. Agent, which we're going to talk about here in a second. But just reading these new story details, rumored, but they're probably true, not looking good for Bucky. And if you were naive enough, like myself, to think that possibly Sebastian Stan as Bucky might be one of the leaders since he's literally been fighting since World War II off and on, no, he's not. Bet you can guess who is the leader, though. Let's go. Here we are. Thunderbolts has finally started shooting, and some rumored new details have found their way online. It's no secret the movie has gone through multiple rewrites, which we've covered, and even lost one of its leads. That's Sentry, played by Stephen Yeun, who's no longer played by him. It's a guy now that actually looks like Sentry. Probably not, especially as the delays were primarily caused by last year's WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes. Still, Thunderbolts appears to have been a tough nut to crack for Marvel Studios, and these latest updates may prove divisive. So these are a couple of different ones, but they're all sort of going off of each other. According to Scooper, Can We Get Toast, neither President Thunderbolt Ross nor Tiamut, two key Captain America Brave New World elements, will factor into Thunderbolts, despite previous claims to the contrary. And originally, of course, the Thunderbolts was made by Thaddeus Ross. Thunderbolt would be his nickname. Let's see. This means that the team won't include Harrison Ford's Red Hulk either as a Thunderbolt or even the inspiration behind the group's moniker. Of course. Instead, the Thunderbolts are supposedly named after... The Thunderbolts are supposedly named after Yelena Belova's childhood soccer team, presumably as a gag of some sort. So, cheap Marvel humor focused on their new Black Widow 2.0, Yelena Belova, because, she's going to be the darling leader, of course. In fact, U.S. Agent has a bigger role than Captain America's former sidekick. And in terms of priority in the story, it sounds like the new Black Widow and the Sentry will be front and center, along with Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. And believe it or not, Ghost. Oh, who's Ghost, you say? Remember she was from Ant-Man 2? Oh, you don't remember Ant-Man 2 because you barely watched it? Yeah, she's the villain from Ant-Man 2. That even then was, of course, girl, it's key to everything. There's nothing too alarming here, but Thunderbolts may be a much different movie than many fans expect. Yeah, I think we were all expecting, if you just heard them loosely talking about it, it was Marvel's Suicide Squad. It was going to be a ragtag team of people that were forced together to do something they may or may not exactly want to do. But there have already been rumblings about these characters being sent on a suicide mission, so we're not expecting everyone to make it out alive. If someone like Bucky, and this is what we're hearing, is Bucky is quickly obliterated by the Sentry. So if someone like Bucky is quickly obliterated by the Sentry, for example, the backlash will be sizable. However, with Avengers Secret Wars set to reboot the MCU, we anticipate saying goodbye to a lot of fan favorites in the next few years. And then, of course, it just gives you the confirmed cast. But rather than saying all the names, Yelena Belova, Bucky Barnes, Red Guardian, U.S. Agent, Ghost, and Taskmaster. And yes, not the actual Taskmaster Masters, but the Olga Kurylenko Taskmaster, which the stunt double was still a man, just saying. Recently, Geraldine Viswanathan replaced, that's right, they replaced Ayo Edebiri in an undisclosed role, but it wasn't an undisclosed role. Anyway, she's playing Allegra Fontaine, whatever, Madame Hydra. She's playing like an understudy, essentially, an assistant that's supposed to be very smart and probably has a bigger role. And then, of course, Lewis Pullman has taken over as the Sentry following Stephen Yeun's shock departure. Both he and Edebiri are said to have left due to scheduling issues, and that's what I would have used as an excuse. Yeah, so the main thing that's leading people to think that Bucky might be taken out is that they're saying he's not in it. He's in it less than, of course, U.S. Agent, and it's looking like he might be taken out very early. Unless that was just an example, but it's looking like he might be removed early on by Sentry. And if that is an issue, let me tell you something. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're already going to piss people off. I don't know. I actually like U.S. Agent. If you actually watch it again, he is Captain America. Sam gave up the shield. on purpose. No one asked him to do that. If you actually, I know no one watched Captain America and Winter Soldier because it was rough. You need to do better, Senator. But you need to do better, MCU. Let me know what you think about this movie. Do you give a shit? Probably not. And again, not even connecting it to the actual inspiration of the team, Thaddeus Ross, when he's literally in the next movie. I guess they burned their bridges with Harrison after having the 5 months of reshoots, longer than most movies shoot for. Let me know what you think of this. Do you agree if anything happens to Bucky, even on a suicide run, we riot? At least I do. Or the only way I'll accept it is if you do kill Bucky off, but then you immediately give Sebastian Stan a Luke Skywalker TV show that's, yeah, see, but they will never do any of that. So you just leave Bucky. Leave Bucky alone. Anyway, let me know what you think of this. Like, share, sub if you've done that. Thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you. And
well, bye.